summary of my Avengers 3 Infinity War nitpicks. Let me start with my background in the Marvel's films. Before, I hated hearing about people praising them, and I've sort of gotten tired of them. They're alright, but they could do better. I don't want to treat them like masterpieces. It's too early for that, and I don't think it's gonna, after 2 years, it'll happen. It'll remain that way. If it was ever that way in the first place with me. Let people praise the work of the Russos. I'm not a fan of their work, but I enjoy hearing people enjoying it. Probably same with Daredevil at this point, even though I do have storyline issues. Thor was the reason I had a big disdain for the franchise, receiving 95% for, as my colleague stated, a very unlikable, poorly written protagonist, a confusing antagonist, and a horrible ending. I think got laughed at by many Facebook groups who didn't know how to debate. I'm a Lost Jedi fan for the risks it took. To my nitpicks. So cool, Thanos has cohorts, my reaction, not adding much more to that. But they shot the scene pretty bad. I still don't know that if it was Thor or not in the scene. With the accent, he could have been some other European Norse god. It's not a mystery that it's Thor. They just told me it's Thor. They told me more of a mystery. It would be more of a mystery if it's Thor or not how they shot it. It makes it more of a mystery if it's Thor, if not how they shot it. Like, let me get into the details. He has long hair normally, and this time he has short hair. He has one eye covered. I can't see anything on his face that would make me able to identify him with Thor. If it wasn't for CGI films, they'd probably just have a stunt double or something. It's not a mystery that's Thor. They just told me it's Thor. It makes it more a mystery that it's Thor because I can't tell if it's Thor or not based on how they shot it. If you're gonna tell me it's Thor, you should probably shoot it in a clear way that makes it clear that it's Thor. Because, like, you guys didn't make it clear. You said it, but, like, it doesn't look like Thor. I don't know what the purpose of this is. A Thor torture scene is good pretty much otherwise. Loki's death scene, however, in contrast, doesn't work for me. It's been like 20 movies. Is Loki really dead? Is Loki really caring for his brother? Do I care at this point? Is there anything else you can do with him in the movies at this point? Kill him. Do it. I double dog dare you. Like, since we're at it, can we not have people die in Infinity War? That's like Deadpool being an idiot, making Deadpool a risky movie. That makes it more accessible than anything else. How about Thanos plays chess, or gives out hugs, or talks about how Last Jedi is the best movie ever. Go feminists. How about he tells Trump to run for president again? I don't know. Something different, you know. Something not lazy or expected. I hate blockbusters. I don't even want to nitpick. Thor or Loki, not even technically dying since they're gods, but whatever. Fine, they killed them. Thor at least has this visual PG-13 version of CGI, make it look like he's gonna die. Or do I have any indication of Loki dying, especially since he's like a trickster and not very likable to begin with? Kill him. Kill him right now. I don't have to deal with him no more. No more movies. Thank goodness. Next nitpick, the humor. Last Jedi, was a comedy. Or at least partially. Why do I need jokes in Infinity War? You're not going to take risks. You're not taking the not take risks route, except making it a risk that doesn't pay off. Can I make this more clear? Well, it's clear, but it's just annoying to say. And It's probably some person who doesn't understand what I'm talking about. He's probably going to comment it very angrily in the comments now. The whole world melting their face off, Raiders of the Lost Ark style is very good. Then we get a Squidward joke. You can't even call it a joke because it's really bad. Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man, he's supposed to be like this cool guy, right? He looked very lame in this, with like terrible jokes like that. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Thor, remember that your brother died, the one who was terribly written in all those other movies that we're supposed to feel bad for? How about some weird European accent jokes? That's funny, right? Why does Thor even need a European accent? He's not from Europe, he's from Asgard. Don't get me started on Spider-Man. What's with the Russos and their Spider-Man fetish? They're awful at using him in the cameos in this movie and Civil War. At this point where you just want to leave the theater or something. At least I don't gotta figure out how awful the sequel's title for Homecoming will be. Homecoming 2? Homecoming 2 with 2 eyes? Homecoming 2 with 2 eyes in between the M and the G and the N? Whatever. Speaking of which titles, this isn't really an Avengers movie. It's a Marvel movie. It's a Thanos movie. It's maybe a Gamora movie. It's basically Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But screw that. Let's not properly title the movie. Let's call it Avengers 3 so it'll have more money. Iron Man and Cap are barely in it. Thor's in it. But F it. It's basically a Gamora movie. And screw that. More money. Avengers 3. Avengers Thor. Make all the Marvel's movie Avengers films while you're at it, since you're not gonna bother being creative or take risks with it. Just make the MCU the ACU, the Marvel's Avengers Cinematic Universe. Make it simpler like that. What are your thoughts, guys, on my nitpicks? Like, comment, subscribe.